the very first episode of Perfect Crown, viewers were immediately intrigued by the relationship between Song Hui-ju, played by IU, and Grand Prince Ian, played by Byeon Woo-suk. Their meeting wasn't an immediate love story filled with sweet smiles, but rather one filled with tension, as they both came from very different worlds. Hui-ju is a successful woman from a conglomerate family who believes that all problems can be solved with skill and hard work. In contrast, Ian is a prince who has lived for years under the strict rules of the kingdom. These differences in character make every conversation between them come alive. Viewers enjoyed not only the witty dialogue but also the eye contact, facial expressions, and body language that gradually revealed their mutual curiosity. Many viewers noted that their chemistry developed naturally, not forced, making each encounter more engaging with each other. As the story progressed, Hui-ju and Ian's relationship evolved into something much deeper. Initially, they simply helped each other out for their own benefit, but gradually began to understand the wounds each other harbored. This is where IU and Byeon Woo-suk demonstrated their complementary acting skills. IU is able to portray the figure of Hui-ju who looks strong on the outside but is fragile when alone. On the other hand, Byeon Woo-suk successfully shows Ian as a gentle, calm man who always tries to protect the person who is starting to fill his heart. The audience is made to smile when Ian secretly watches Hui-ju from a distance, or when Hui-ju begins to lose her firmness every time she faces the prince. Simple moments such as exchanging smiles, walking side by side without many words, to supporting each other amidst the pressure of the kingdom are actually the most talked about scenes because they feel so warm and emotional. Their chemistry reaches its peak when their relationship begins to be tested by a major conflict. Royal status, family interests, and political pressures force them to choose between love and responsibility. It is precisely in this scene that IU and Byeon Woo-suk's ability to convey emotion has received much praise. Viewers can feel the sadness just from their gazes without the need for lengthy dialogue. When Hui-ju begins to doubt the future of their relationship, Ian still chooses to stand by her, demonstrating that love isn't just about romantic words, but also the courage to persevere. Many emotional scenes captivate viewers, including those where the two support each other in situations that nearly tear them apart. It's no surprise that this pair's chemistry has been one of the most discussed topics since the drama aired. What makes this couple so beloved isn't just their equally stunning visuals, but rather the emotional undercurrent that each scene feels like it's constantly evolving. No moment feels overdone. Even simple scenes like looking at each other, smiling, or walking side by side leave a lasting impression. Many viewers have called Hui-ju and Ian's relationship one of the most heartwarming love stories of the year, built slowly, filled with trust, sacrifice, and mutual understanding. That's why IU and Byeon Woo-suk's chemistry in Perfect Crown continues to be a topic of conversation until the drama's end. It's not just because they have a perfect visual balance, but because they successfully make the audience believe that every emotion displayed on screen is truly felt by both characters. That's Perfect Crown's greatest strength, presenting a main couple that is not only beautiful to look at, but also able to make the audience laugh, cry, and ultimately make it hard to forget the love journey of Hui-ju and Grand Prince Ian. The relationship between Song Hui-ju and Grand Prince Ian becomes increasingly compelling as they begin to realize that the feelings growing between them are no longer mere admiration. Behind every encounter, there are always small moments that capture the audience's attention. One such moment occurs when Hui-ju must attend a formal royal banquet filled with rules and etiquette. As a woman accustomed to a free life, she makes several small mistakes that create an awkward atmosphere. However, without drawing attention to the guests, Ian calmly stands beside her, making subtle gestures to ensure Hui-ju remains comfortable. No romantic words are spoken, but this simple gesture becomes one of the most memorable scenes. The way Byeon Woo-suk gazes at IU in this scene conveys genuine concern, while IU's expression slowly shifts from nervousness to calmness captivates the audience. Their chemistry feels so natural, built on small, meaningful actions, not just sweet dialogue. Conflict begins to escalate when their relationship is discovered by those who do not want a conglomerate heir to be close to a member of the royal family. Various pressures came one after another, from deliberately spreading rumors to attempts to separate them for political gain. In the midst of this situation, Hui-ju chose to distance herself because she didn't want Ian to lose his future as a prince. This decision brought their relationship to its most difficult point. However, it was precisely at this stage that IU and Byeon Woo-suk's chemistry shone brightest. The scene where Ian stood alone in the palace courtyard while watching Hui-ju's car slowly leaving the royal gates became one of the most emotional moments. There were no excessive tears, just gazes filled with regret and longing that successfully conveyed the weight of the separation. Many viewers said they felt the sadness just from the expressions on their faces, proving how strong their ability to convey emotions without having. Their relationship reconnects under completely unexpected circumstances. Hui-ju arrives to attend a charity event organized by the royal court, while Ian is on duty representing the royal family in public. The encounter is brief, but it's enough to change the atmosphere. The two stare at each other for a few seconds without saying a word. This gaze seems to confirm that their feelings have never truly faded. This is where the audience is rekindled in their hope that they will find a way to be together. The chemistry between IU and Byeon Woo-suk feels increasingly mature, as their relationship is no longer built on curiosity, but rather on longing. Every slight smile, every breath, and even the slightest pause in their conversation is deeply emotional, successfully drawing the audience into the story of their love slowly finding its way back. Towards the end of the story, Perfect Crown presents a series of scenes considered the culmination of Hui-ju and Ian's relationship. After overcoming various conflicts, misunderstandings, and pressures from their surroundings, the two finally choose to fight for their relationship together. One of the most acclaimed scenes is when Ian confidently walks up to Hui-ju during a royal event and holds her hand in front of all the guests present. The scene not only symbolizes Ian's courage, but also shows that Hui-ju has finally found someone who is willing to stand by her side no matter what. The moment feels so powerful because it has been built up over a long journey since the first episode. Viewers not only see two characters falling in love, but also witness how they learn to trust, understand, and accept each other's flaws. That's why IU and Byeon Woo-suk's chemistry in Perfect Crown is so highly praised. Their relationship develops gradually, is full of emotion, and every scene feels meaningful, making it hard for viewers to look away until the very end.